Hey y'all, hi. Okay, this might be a completely wackadoodle thing to try to do, but I want to just swatch all of my lip products on my lips. It might result in a declutter. I feel like how could it not? Like, how could it not if I'm going through all of them? Also, I think it's going to be so grueling that at some point I'm going to be like, I don't even want to put this on my lips. And that'll tell me that maybe I don't even want to keep it. You know, it also might result in me having to stop filming because lip swatching is tough on lip skin, okay? I have provisions. I'm going to try to be gentle. We're going to try to make it as far as we can, but I might have to stop and film the rest of it another day. But it'll all be in one video. You're watching the whole thing. I might have to take a break and then come back. I also have not organized things. I think I'm going to have to alternate between like lipsticks and balm type things. Basically, no planning has occurred except for me being like, I'm going to swatch all my lip products and then gathering them all together, or at least trying to. I hope that they're all here. If you're new, hi, I'm Hannah. I'm a writer. I will link my book down below. I also make YouTube videos about fashion and aesthetics and beauty, and I hope you enjoy seeing every lip product I own on my face. Let's get into the meat of the video. I'm delighted by having not organized. Most of this is like the stuff I've been wearing. Because here's the thing. Very brief continuation of the intro and then we have got to start. I've been really into lip products lately. I've been wearing them every day, which is great because that aligns. My actions are beginning to align with my actual emotion. I love lip products and I'm actually wearing them. But just like with my clothes, I'm only wearing like the same 10 products on rotation. I'm wearing these and I've got all of these. Let's just start. This isn't about philosophy. It's about having a long, luscious, meandering ASMR video during which to fall asleep. Let's be honest. Or do housework or study or something, you know, that's what this is for. So let's start randomly. I'm going to reach in. Okay, this is already fun. I know that we're still on the first one. This is the Mented number 5 semi-matte lipstick. And I believe that this was one of the lipsticks from that video about trying to find a dupe for Gone Greige. It's definitely not a dupe for Gone Greige, but it's beautiful and I never wear it. I had totally forgotten that I kept it from that video, but I can see why I kept it. It's vampy on me, you know, but if I'm going to wear a vampy lip, it's going to be brown like this. And it just has a beautiful sort of, I don't know, burgundy quality, but it's very natural, like very skin-like. The color is very lip-like. Really pretty, making me want to wear it in videos. I love the way this looks right now, but I know that this isn't going to become one of my top 10, but I still think that it's worth keeping. I'm not trying to declutter here. I'm just seeing how I feel. Unless I get to something and I'm like, ugh, I absolutely know for sure that I'm never going to wear this again. I'm just going to be trying it on for fun. Maybe I should make it my top 10. Maybe I should start wearing something like this more often. Okay, this is the Gucci Rouge à Lèvres Voile, the Gucci Lip Voile in Goldie Red. I've kept this through so many declutters because it's such an iconic product. It's such a beautiful Gucci product and I really love it. I love the Gucci lip sheer. It looks great. Right? However, I never wear this. It's a slightly pink tinted red. I used to wear this kind of thing a lot. I never wear it anymore and it's really old. I'm realizing as I do this. I reviewed Gucci makeup when it first launched in 2020. Is that right? Yeah. 2019 or 20. So I don't think that it's like so old. It's not 10 years old. You know what I mean? But I just don't think I need to keep it. I'd rather wear Merit Tiger. I'd rather wear a Merit lip. I'm going to keep it for now. I'm not going to stress myself out, but it's not making me want to wear it as much as the one from Mented made me want to wear it when I tried it on. I do wish I had it in a different color because it is, I feel, one of the greatest lip products ever. The Gucci Lip Voile. It is amazing. But this red, it just isn't really hitting for me right now. Interesting. This is the REFY Tinted Lip Gloss in the shade Sepia. This is definitely my favorite of the 3 things that I've tried so far. This is right up my alley. This is the exact kind of thing that I love right now. It's marketed as a gloss, but it's totally non-sticky. It feels more like a balm, like a liquid balm. I mean, it's a gloss. It feels like a lip gloss. It doesn't not feel like a lip gloss. They just could have marketed this as a liquid balm and I would buy that because it's really nourishing and it has this beautiful skincare feel on the lip. lips, and the shine is kind of skincare-y too. It reminds me a lot of the Rhode liquid lip balm, which I've been wearing constantly. I love the color of this. Sepia is the perfect name for it. It's a nice, very sheer, cool-toned brown. Just could easily become a top 10. It's just been getting lost in my drawer instead of being lost in my purse or in the diaper bag. So I'm actually going to rescue it. I'm like going to take this with me when I leave here today and start wearing it more frequently. And it really shines a light on how lukewarm I felt about the first two. I had good things to say about them. I'm probably going to keep them, but I didn't feel about them the way that I feel about this. This is like my favorite kind of thing. I don't want to take it off, but I have to. Natasha Denona, I Need a Nude in 31 NP Beatrice. It's taken me a minute to get used to. I think I haven't worn anything like this in a really long time. My lips aren't getting irritated yet. Maybe they won't. The makeup eraser, which is what I'm using, is really doing its job. It's like removing everything really effortlessly. All I've done is get it wet. So my lips aren't actually irritated, but I am getting a little redness around the corners of my mouth just because of removing product and then immediately going in and putting something else on. So it kind of took a while for it to calm down and start to feel like it's part of the makeup look, you know? When I first put it on, I was like, it's not sitting right. But now it's a decent dark nude on me, right? There aren't very many lips that work this way on me. And so it's a nice thing to have, but I'm not wearing strong lip colors like this right now. I'm wearing stuff like the sepia gloss. It is very comfortable, easy to wear. It doesn't make 0 sense, but it doesn't make 100% the most sense for me right now with my life. But I kind of also don't want to take it off. The more I wear it, the more I'm feeling myself. I think I like it better than the Gucci Red, but maybe not quite as much as the Mented Brown and nowhere near as much as the sepia gloss from REFY. Okay, this is the Surratt Lipslique in the shade Hevyn. It is really lovely on the lips, really nourishing, feels like a very pigmented gloss stick or glossy balm, you know? Nice and thin and light, not sticky, not goopy, but a really good shiny layer. I like everything about this except that it's just a bit pink. It is a grayish pink. You know what this is? It's like if I wanted pink, but I wanted a pink that looks really great with my pale olive complexion, like a pink that works really well with olive undertones, that's this. But I don't want to wear pink. So even though it works really well with my undertones, even though it's a really flattering pink on me, it's still pink and I don't really like that. I actually don't think I want to keep this. It's happening. Yeah, I actually don't think I want to keep it. But you know what? I'm inspired by what I'm doing with my closet, which is just selecting what to keep and putting everything else in the might get rid of it pile. I think that's what I want to do right now in my life today. I need a box. Okay, here's what's happening. In this smaller box, I'm going to put definitely keep. And right now there's only one thing in there, which is the REFY. This is like top 10 material going in this box. In this bigger box, I'm going to put not top 10 material. All of it. Everything else I've tried so far. That's all the might declutter. And I'm just going to see how I feel about that box at the end. The box of not top 10 material stuff. Okay, this incredibly luxurious lipstick is from the brand La Bouche Rouge. I bought it with my channel's budget for review to review in a video about luxury makeup like last year or the year before, not that long ago. I believe the color is called Brown Nude or something. On me, it is definitely like a soft watermelon pink color. It's been very difficult to see the forest for the trees with this product because it's so luxurious. It's leather. It's like in a leather case. And actually, it's replaceable. I could keep the case and give away the lipstick to who? Like just a floating lipstick with nothing in it. And I have so many beautiful things. So I'll probably just give the entire luxurious leather case away to somebody with a lipstick in it. I'm definitely putting it in the not top 10 box. I love everything about it except for the color. It's really thin and nourishing. It's a really pretty product. It's just, I would rather wear the REFY gloss. Now that there's something in the keep box, in the favorites box, everything else gets stacked up against it. The problem with the makeup eraser is that it's getting dry because microfiber dries so quickly. But it is really working to remove the lip products without being harsh on my lips. It's making it so that I can continue to apply and remove product without my lips getting irritated, which is awesome. Okay, this is the Westman Atelier Squeaky Clean Lip Balm in the shade Nana. Definitely top 10 vibes. This is the exact kind of thing that I like to wear. This is pretty old, actually. This is coming up on 2 years old. I remember really well because I know that I got it around the time of the holidays, not last year, but the year before. And for something that has a doe foot applicator that dips in, that seems pretty old to me. I feel like a bullet lipstick has more longevity than a product like this. What happened though was I used it almost exclusively for several months, not almost exclusively. exclusively. I used it as one of my most used products for several months. And then I thought I had used it up and it kind of fell to the back of the drawer. And then I pulled it out and I realized that it just wasn't like twisting enough to try to, and when I do that, scraping the sides, there's a lot more product left in here. But then it fell to the back of the drawer again. I'm keeping it and it doesn't smell wrong. Like it's okay, but I'm going to try to use it up. And if I haven't used it up by the end of this year, I will probably go ahead and declutter it just based on age. It feels really good. It feels like really good skincare and I love this pale color. Okay, this is the Merit Shade Slick in the shade Falcon. Immediately, top 10 vibes for me. Like this is the exact kind of thing that I like. It's like the Merit version of the REFY one. The interesting thing is though that I own this product in a couple of colors. I have Marrakech and Taupe and this one. And when I want to wear this, I always reach for one of the other colors. I've tried this on a couple times and I've never worn it. Let me see if I can find the others. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put it in the top 10 box because even though this exact one I don't wear, the other ones that I have, I found Marrakech, but I can't find Taupe. They are definitely, products that I've worn a lot. And I think Falcon could become that. It's just in that color, I see myself reaching for the REFY or for the one from Rhode instead. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do these next because I feel like they're sort of direct comparisons. A word about Shade Slick though. It's a lip balmy type product that has a much more lip oil feel. It's definitely like the ideal lip oil. It feels like a lip oil. It's very thin. It's very, very slippery, but it has pretty good tenacity. The color's really there. It's effortless. It's nourishing. It doesn't do that thing where it soaks into the lips and becomes nothing in 2 seconds like a lot of products that are marketed as lip oils do that feel literally just like an oil with a drop of pigment. It's got more oomph than that, but it's definitely thinner and more lightweight and kind of a more casual, melty product than a lip balm. So there's Merit Marrakech, also a shade Slick. I really think of this as like a soft red. It really hits like a soft red to me, but I would rather wear this than Gucci Goldie Red. I know they're not really comparable, having just tried Goldie Red on, but I do think of both of them as like soft reds, but this one is just a much more wearable one. Really, it's like a watery peach, but it's that very neutral, sophisticated peach that works on me. So this is definitely going in the top 10 vibes box. I know it's silly to say for such a lightly tinted product, but because of the color, I feel like this is like a statement lip on me. And it works really well as a not too ostentatious statement lip. Okay, and here we have the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint in the shade Espresso. Honestly, the product of the year. I mean, I know I've been saying that about a couple of products lately. I think it means that it's time to start thinking about a yearly favorites video. I love this so much. And the Sepia Balm from REFY, similar. Merit Falcon, similar. But this is the one. For some reason, it's the perfect hybrid of makeup and skincare. It's the perfect cool toned brown. It's unscented, which I really like. I love how it feels. I love how it looks. I like the way that this looks when it's overlined better than I do with the shade Slick with Merit Falcon, actually. And it makes me realize that this product is bumping Merit Falcon into the might not keep it box. Honestly, between this one and the one from REFY, the Sepia Gloss, like I don't need that other one. This is actually me every day right now, pretty much. This is my entire lip vibe. This product, the Rhode, it's thick too. It's really thick and nourishing. The Rhode Lip Balm and Espresso. It's not just top 10, it's like top 1. Well, it's like top 5 because you'll see there's some other contenders. I was working on the been stuck in the back of the drawer box and then I kind of migrated over into the favorite things bag because one thing led to another. Y'all, I went to change the camera battery and realized what time it is. My lips are doing fine, but I've run out of time. So I'm going to come back and film maybe not the entire rest, but much more of this tomorrow. I'll be in a different look, but I'll still be me. So yeah, you'll see me in just 2 seconds. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm back. It's the next day, slightly different makeup, less intense brows because yesterday I had just dyed my brows like that morning. So they were really intense and now they've just softened a little bit the way they do overnight. Different top, same earrings. And in the interim, since filming the first part yesterday, in which I only made it through like 10 lip products, I've become even more excited about this video, which I really thought was just going to be trying on all of my lip products, like a swatch video for fun. And now I'm starting to suspect is going to be an absolutely cuttingly vicious declutter. I'm really feeling the energy that I think will lead to decluttering either everything or almost everything that gets put into the not top 10 vibes box. So let's keep going. This is the YSL Rouge Volupté Candy Glaze in the shade 02, which is like their clear, but I think it's not quite as milky as it maybe looks on me right now. I think I might have gotten a little bit of foundation mixed into it. It's basically a clear, maybe an ever so slightly milky pinky shade, but I treat it like a clear lip balm, and it's really thick, really fruit tasting, very glossy. I would call this a gloss stick, like a really thick gloss stick. And I use it a lot. It's not as earthy feeling as like the lip balm of my dreams, but it is really nice on the lips. I'm going through it at a rapid rate of speed. It's definitely top 10 vibes. I use it a lot. It's often in my purse or in the diaper bag. Juvia's Place Plumping Gloss in the shade Sugar Cookie. I really, really love the color of this. It's a beautiful, mucky, cool toned, pale, like milk chocolate brown, but without being too white based, I don't think. I mean, I think it's that magical thing where the color isn't vampy on me, but it's got sheer pigment. So it shears out beautifully, ends up looking really lip-like. It's a really intensely menthol-y plumping formula. It's very pigmented. It's too pigmented, I feel, to be top 10 vibes. I like don't reach for it that often because I think, oh, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be so pigmented. It's going to be so tingly and minty and mentholy and plumpy. And it's just like, it's like very makeup-y makeup, very intense lip product. But what it does for my lips is awesome. I love the color. I have to shear it out with my finger, but then I feel like it's very wearable and I like how it plumps my lips. I feel like this actually deserves to be in the top 10. Like it deserves for me to take it places. It's easier to wear than I conceive of it as being. If I'm decluttering, which I think is what I'm doing now, I want to keep this so that it will get the wear that it deserves. Because just the way that it looks is undeniable. I think if I were doing an overhead video where I was just swatching them on my hand, I might declutter this. This is interesting. Because I'm putting it on and I'm seeing how good it looks and feels, I'm going to keep it. Isamaya Black Veil Lip Gloss. This is so interesting. I really loved this product when I first got it, when I first tested the Isamaya makeup. This was my favorite thing from the entire launch. I wore it for a couple of months, like almost exclusively. I really, really love it. I still love it. Like I have it on. It looks really good. The more I wear it, like the longer I wear it, the more I'm into it. But I keep ping-ponging back and forth about whether it has top 10 vibes because fresh in my mind is the Rhode Balm, the REFY gloss. Like they kind of give me what this gives me, but they're easier to wear and they're a little more brown instead of being this like purpley shade. The argument for keeping this is because of the work that I do, right? I put together looks for YouTube to film videos. I feel like this will give me a little bit, it's still right within my wheelhouse, but it gives me a little bit of variety. I don't want to only keep like dark brown lip glosses, you know what I mean? I want a little bit of variety and I feel like this kind of gives me that. But I haven't been wanting to wear it as much as I used to because back when I first fell in love with this, I didn't really have anything like it. And now I have some things that are like it, but slightly better for me. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the not top 10 vibes box. I feel like I'm going to try to stay true to that and then maybe rescue some things from that box at the end. Because even though it looks great, it's like I like how it looks better than I like applying it, having the thing and applying it to my lips. Having it on is making me want to keep it. On, it does have top 10 vibes. I'm putting it in top 10 vibes. I have been fooling myself. I have been forgetting about things that should have top 10 vibes. I've been mischaracterizing them. We'll check back in at the end. I'm stressing myself out now by thinking of this as a declutter. Okay, interesting. The Yensa Luxe Lip Oil in the shade Pink Shine. I tried this on in the video, trying new makeup and turning into a ballerina kissed by a pearl. Is that right? And I feel the same way now that I felt about it then. It's too pink. I love the thickness of the oil. I mean, it's nice and thin and slippy, but it's got a little bit of heft. It's got stick-to-itiveness on the lips. I like that. It feels really good. It makes me want to wear it. I like how sheer and clear it is. I like how it lights up the lips. I like how bright and shiny my lips are. I love everything about it, except this pink color. It kind of makes a girl out of me. It would be top 10 vibes, except for the fact that I'm just imagining myself, like say I'm going to meet a friend for a glass of wine and I'm putting on a sheer lip oil that won't seem like I tried too hard, that'll nourish my lips. I see this, I want to put it on, and then I'm like, no, it's so pink. I'll get there and my lips will be like girly girl in high school lips, and I'm like a woman. And so then I don't put it on. So it's not top 10 vibes because of that, but it's a beautiful product if this is your color. Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm in the shade Red Dahlia. This is a no-brainer. It was the winner of my lip balm search, the tinted lip balm search. It was one of the winners. It was like the winner in its category, which is drugstore. It has this calm brown, like sophisticated brown undertone that does exactly what the pink of the Yensa does not. It makes me feel like myself. It makes me feel grounded, but also has a nice shine. It's also nourishing. It's looking more pink on my lips. I'm having this horrible feeling that the Yensa was a pH adjusting product and that it like dyed my lips that pink, which would be terrible news for this video. This is definitely top 10. I'm gonna put the Yensa on my hand and see if it does that. Oh my gosh, I think it might, because it's not looking pink on my hand the way it looked on my lips. I think it might have been one of those horrible pH things. It's gonna ruin the video because we won't be able to see the true color of sheer things. It's terrible. Yeah, I think my lips have been dyed pink. Red alert, absolute disaster. Should have known when I saw that color. Yeah, the dye is coming off on this Q-tip. Wow, what a disaster. Okay, I think that it'll wear off over time as I apply and remove more products. I need to use some like products with pigment that'll cover up that pink for a little while as it wears off so that the pink won't like mess us up in terms of the color. So let's look at some lipsticks. I've been afraid to dig into them because I've been afraid that it would be hard to remove them, but we're just going. Okay, Merit Aperitif. A beautiful, neutral, clear red. And I don't mean that the lip product is sheer, like clear as in sheer. I mean, the color is like clear as a bell. It is just a really lovely singing red. One of my favorite lipsticks of all time in my favorite lipstick formula of all time, which is the Merit Signature lipstick formula, the original one. I've got to be honest though, I mean, it doesn't look amazing right now because there's maybe a little bit of green in my eye look. And I don't love that with a red lip, but I love this lip overall. And it's not a top 10 product because no lipstick really is right now. I'm wearing lip color a lot, but not straight up lipstick. So I'm not going to put this in the top 10 box because I really want to reserve the top 10 box for the products that are in active rotation all the time. Like they're in my handbags instead of in my makeup drawer. But this shows me that I'm not only going to keep them because I'm definitely going to keep this. I'm going to keep it from the box at the end. It's neither an easy declutter or a top 10. So I'm not just doing like top 10 and then not keeping the rest. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing a lipstick try on, but this is revealing to me that I don't want to keep too many things that aren't my top 10, but I do want to keep some of them. And this is one. Okay, the About Face Cherry Pick Lip Color Butter in the shade Kiwi Fuzz. When I first got this, I could not stop wearing it because the color and shine are so good. I genuinely do love this color and the level of shine, and I like the nourishing formula. However, it's so pigmented that it's a mess, and that keeps me from reaching for it. The scent, which is really a flavor, it's so overpowering. It's like intensely fruit flavored herbal essences conditioner. It tastes like a hair product, like hairspray, like fruit flavored hairspray. It's so intense. There it is blotted down. That makes it a little bit easier to handle in every aspect, but I don't know, it's not quite the same. It was that thick application of color and shine that kind of made it fierce. It'll be hard to let it go. Like it would be hard for me to declutter it because I love how it looks, but I almost never wear it. And it's definitely not top 10. Remember this Ulta Beauty Dusty Mauve lipstick from the video in which I was trying to find a dupe for Maybelline Gone Greige. This is one of the lipsticks that I kept from that video. It wasn't exactly a dupe for Gone Greige, but it's a gorgeous lipstick. Such a great grungy, not too pigmented lip for me. I really like it. I really like the way it looks. I really like the way it sits on the lips. Like it's not all over the place. It's behaving itself. It's giving me a really nice lip shape, a really nice lip line, the amount of pigment, the thinness of the formula. It feels nourishing, but it's not trying to do too much. It's just a nice lipstick and it's unscented. I can't claim that this is an everyday lipstick for me because no lipstick is a top 10 right now. I'm just not putting lipsticks in my bag and wearing them out, you know? But this feels like a keeper. I feel like I need to make a third category that's lips that are definite keepers, but that aren't top 10. And I'm putting into that category this Ulta Beauty lipstick and also Merit Aperitif. Those are the only two that are in that category so far. This is nice. Flight 0.70 Tinted Lip Balm in the shade Rome. I forgot I had this. I should have included it in my tinted lip balm search. It's really good. It would have performed well, and I just totally forgot that I had it. I actually wore this a lot, like last fall for a couple of months. It was like the only thing I was wearing when I was trying to get myself together. in those hazy postpartum months. It's nice because it's enough pigment on me. It builds up to be a little bit lipsticky and a little bit statement with like no other makeup on, but it's sheer enough that it's not too intense. It's kind of like the slightly more pigmented version of Red Dahlia from Burt's Bees because it's got that brown. This is like top 10 material for me, even though I haven't been wearing it. I'm putting it in the top 10 box because that's the vibe. It's top 10 vibes. It's the kind of thing that I wear in that easy way. Yeah, it's a nice tinted balm. Juvia's Place the Coffee Shop Lip Gloss in the shade Brown Sugar. This is a very strong coffee scent that I used to feel like was too strong. Now I can see it's strange, but it fades. I mean, it's not strange. It's just a coffee scented product. It's unnecessary to me, but it fades. It doesn't need to be as prohibitive as I've been letting it be. The other thing that makes this a tough sell for me is that the doe foot applicator isn't my preferred deployment for this type of product. I've learned that about myself really clearly over the past year or so. I like a bullet. I like a squeezy bullet. You know what I mean? Like a bullet product or a squeezy tube where it comes out of the tip and you apply it straight from the packaging, from the unit, from the bottle, whatever it is. The dipping in wand, applying it, I'm just less likely to use a product that's like that. I think that that's also part of why the Isamaya gloss fell out of favor. But this, like so many of these, now that it's on, it's so great. It's so fierce. It's so my color. I think the fact that it doesn't have the ease of use maybe keeps it from being fully top 10 vibes. So it's not going to go in the top 10 box, but I like it. I like it. It's a nice, nourishing feeling formula. It looks so like fall, hot cocoa. I'm really suddenly really feeling myself in this. But the scent, the coffee scent, it's like going to keep me from wearing it again. I wish that it looked like this, but didn't taste and smell like this. It's fine. I'll leave it in the box in the not top 10 box. I'm going to see if I remember it tomorrow. I'm just really liking how this looks. Visually, it's one of my favorite things that I've had on since I started filming this video. Ulla Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. This is actually something that I got in the Favorite Things party at the Creators and Friends influencer event. It was my top pick because a lot of you recommended it to me based on my desires from a lip balm. It's like a really nice, thick, nourishing liquid lip balm. And I'd been wanting to try it. It was actually in my Sephora cart. It is really thick and lovely, really nourishing on the lips, very much a treatment feeling like a liquid lip mask. It's in this pale orange color that on me shears out. It might have a tiny bit of milkiness, but it pretty much becomes clear. At least it does that on me. I like the delivery mechanism, the squeezy tube, and it has a creamsicle scent, which I really like. I find that enjoyable to put on and totally non-prohibitive. I so wish that the Juvia's Place coffee shop lip gloss or lip balm or whatever it is came in a tube like this and had the creamsicle scent that this has. If it did that, I would be wearing it all the time. As it is, this is kind of an unexciting product visually, but it's something that I wear a lot. It's definitely top 10. Gucci Rouge à Lèvres Satin in a Royal Scandal. My baby, my darling, my favorite lipstick basically of all time, which I love with the passion of 1,000 Burning Suns, and that I haven't thought about in a long time. I basically forgot that this existed. I basically forgot about it. I think it's been discontinued too, which to me is a tragedy. I mean, it's one of the greatest lipsticks on the market, especially for someone with olive undertones who's looking for a really neutral, like brown. It's sort of a greenish, mucky brown. This is a pretty intense application of it. Here it is blotted just a little bit, which is more how I used to wear it. Ooh, it's just the best, best, best. It is just the best. The formula is great. It has a very strong smell. It smells like violet candy, but I really love it. It's a little bit old-fashioned, kind of herbal, floral. I just don't want to take this off. It's not top 10 vibes like the ones that have been in rotation. I guess I have to put it in the definite keeps lipstick pile, the third category, but this is it's making me want to start wearing it again. Look how white it makes my teeth look. This is why we're doing this, right? For me to remember these products that I really love wearing that I haven't been wearing. I mean, it's one of the reasons. It's also so that you can fall asleep and get a good night's sleep every night this month. The Kierweiss lip tint in a shade that I always forget, but it's something like Plum Passion or something like that. The correct shade name will be in the description box down below, and it'll be the one that's linked. An undeniably beautiful product. It's so interesting. It seems like it would be a lip balm, but it's more like a matte balm tint. It's very pigmented. I mean, look, it looks like a lipstick lipstick, right? It really, but it's like a soft red, you know, really pretty color, really pretty sort of browny, soft red. Everything about it is great, except that I have to use my finger to apply it. And I never do that. It's absolutely not top 10 for me. I never wear it. Sometimes I apply it on camera to just show what it's like, but I never wear it because it's so much pigment on my finger and then I have to wipe that off. And it's also a pretty strong lip look. It's absolutely not going to be what I reach for instead of any of the many other things that have ended up in the top 10 box. Okay, but this is really interesting because the next one that I'm showing you is the Iris and Romeo Power Peptide Lip Balm in the shade Chestnut. This has the same, what I thought was the singular issue with a Kjaer Weis product. It's something that I have to use my finger to apply. So I have to dig into it, get a little bit, put it on my lips, use my finger, and then I have to wipe my finger off. But I've been wearing this almost every day for like the past week or two because it feels so good on the lips. So I actually don't think that having to use my finger is the sole reason. It might actually not be the reason at all that I haven't been wearing the one from Kjaer Weis. I think I was wrong. The difference between them, the differences are these. The Kjaer Weis is a thin, highly pigmented, dry balm, and this is a very thick, super nourishing, quite sheer, shiny balm. And it's in a more neutral color. It's in like a browny burgundy color that I think ends up looking more natural on me. It's definitely lip product, but it's closer to the natural color of my lips. The Kjaer Weis is like this thin, dry, red, hyperpigmented balm. So it's actually the product, even though I think it's very beautiful. And for some people, it'll really suit them. It's actually the product of the Kjaer Weis that's keeping me from wearing it. This, even though I have to use my finger in it, is top 10. There's something about the color. I just love it. And it's really thick and it's a rosebud salve scent. Feels really good on the lips. I don't want to take it off. All right, this is the Rabanne Love Balm Lip Balm in the shade Soul Kiss. You can tell that I'm starting to get tired and kind of throw myself bones here because I've been reaching for my favorites and for the ones that are quite nourishing. My lips are getting worn out. My voice is getting worn out. You can really only swatch and talk about so many lip products in a single sitting. So we might be closing in on it for today, but this is one of my favorites. Really one of my favorite lip products of all time. Not just top 5, but top like 2. I mean, it's like the lip balm version of A Royal Scandal by Gucci with a touch of purple in it. Yeah, just a little bit more purple than green maybe. It's sheer enough that you can layer it a bunch of times without it getting too pigmented. It's unscented. It's really thick and nourishing. It's designer. You know what I mean? It's by a really high-end brand. It's very luxe. The color is impeccable. It's definitely one of my most worn products. I love how it feels. I love how it looks. It's just perfect in every way. And I see that the battery is starting to die. So this is going to be the last one for today. I will see you the next time I sit down to continue this meandering, delightful process of swatching all of my lip products. And I'm very pleased that I get to wear this for the rest of the day. I couldn't have timed it better. It's so cushiony on the lips. Like it's got that almost gel cushion layer. It just feels and looks so good. All right, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Another day, another session of swatching as many lip products as I can manage before I run out of time and or my lips get raw, although that hasn't really been an issue so far. I did want to note that I filmed another video about an hour ago and I had put on this look of makeup and then I came here to put on a lip product and I ended up choosing the Juvia's Place Plumping Gloss in Sugar Cookie and really enjoying wearing it. So I'm already succeeding at my brief of getting to know my lip products better and getting some that I really like into more regular rotation, like reminding myself of how great they are. So that's this, although it's worn off a little bit. This is another excellent plumping glossy balm. It's the Hourglass Gloss Stick. I don't know what the title of the product is, but it's in the shade Rise. It's the Hourglass Vanish. Is that what it's called? Why? It's not vanishing. Phantom is in the name, maybe. It's the Hourglass Lip Gloss Glossy Stick Balm in the shade Rise. I don't know if I have a lip product about which I get more questions in the comments when I'm wearing it. So when I wear this in a video, what I'm trying to say is that more people than ever comment, what's on your lips? What's on your lips? I love it because the color looks very natural, but it does have some color, so it's very polishing. Definitely a top 10 product. And it was the winner in its category when I did the lip balm face-off. The Amicole Lip Treatment Oil in the shade Excellence. Another one that's top 10. Another just subtly perfect brown. It says lip treatment oil, but it's definitely a gloss. It's thick. Feels really good to wear though, really nourishing. And the brown is this mysterious thing. It's not as cool toned. It doesn't have that sort of touch of almost blue or purple like espresso from Rhode and sepia from REFY, but it isn't orange either. It's almost like it has a little bit of green, like a slightly swampy and slightly pale chocolatey brown. I love this shade. I just love it. And I find it really easy to wear. I've had this one for a while and it hasn't leaked, so I'm optimistic. Hopefully that isn't a problem across the board, or maybe they've improved the packaging. This is another one that I find myself choosing to wear a lot on camera, and it's top 10. I don't think I've said this, and maybe you've been able to infer. When I say top 10, I don't mean like I'm only going to have 10. I mean top 10 vibes, like I like it well enough to claim it's one of my top 10 lip products or think of it as one of my top 10, but I already have more than 10 in the box. Merit Signature Lip in Baby. This is such a great color for pale olive skin. It is such a great neutral, almost gray tinged pink. If I'm going to wear a pink, this is it. I don't want anything pinker than this. This looks like a pink on me. I think it's a pretty neutral color in a vacuum. On me, it definitely goes like as far down the pink line as I'm willing to go. I love wearing it. It's not top 10 because no lipstick is right now. It doesn't have top 10 vibes, but putting it on right now makes me want to wear it like tomorrow. So I feel like it could go in the box. I'm going to put it with the lipsticks that are definite keeps. The formula of the Merit Signature Lip is just so good. It's so nourishing, but without being too slippy and crazy emollient. And I really like the level of pigment. An all-time favorite for sure. All right, Merit 1990 has definitely been through the ringer. It is so busted. I have worn it so much and I've taken it with me traveling multiple times. I haven't used every drop of it, but this one is basically used up, and they actually sent me a replacement for this the last time I did sponsored work for Merit, and I just haven't opened it yet. I haven't switched it out, but I am going to replace this with a new one. It's interesting. I'm so glad that I'm doing this because this level of pigment is not necessarily higher than the pigment I was getting with some of those glosses when I was layering them on, or those balms. This is really a tinted balm. It's a little more makeup-y than most tinted balms, but it's at a level that could make it top 10. And I just keep forgetting that. I've been leaning away from lipstick and I haven't been reaching for these Merit lipsticks, even though the Merit Signature Lip, I think, could be considered a tinted balm by a lot of people's standards. On the pigmented side for a tinted balm, but not quite a lipstick in the way that one thinks of a lipstick. Putting this on is reminding me of that, just how very easy it is to wear this. And look, blotted down, I mean, that is subtler than some of the balms that I've been wearing day in and day out. So I actually feel like this is top 10 vibes. That's a light lip, you know, and the perfect color. And here's Merit Tiger. I'm like knocking out all of the Merit lips. I feel like because I'm hoping to get through most or all of them today, I've become very no nonsense. So I'm not trying to mix it up. I'm just like busting through. Is this not the most beautiful red of all time? That's how I feel. A really neutral red, a brick red, but on me it looks quite red and yet so wearable, just the absolute best. This is a keep in the lipstick section. Even blotted down, the color is too strong for me to really think of this as a tinted balm. But yeah, this whole thing is motivating me to wear my Merit lipsticks more. It's reminding me why I love them so much. And this is Merit Signature Lip in Cabo, the most beautiful orange red of all time. This is more pigmented. This is more of a lipstick, you know, rather than that sort of matte, semi-tinted, semi-matte, satiny matte tinted balm like the other lipsticks are. Even though it's the same formula, it just packs a little bit more of a punch. But this is definitely a keep. These are just my favorite lip products of all time. You might have noticed in the back there, I've got the matte Merit lipsticks lined up. I did a swatch video where I swatched all of them on my lips. I'm not going to swatch them today because I don't think I'm going to make it through every single lip product in this video. I'm just going to do most of them, enough to make like a satisfyingly beefy video. And I pretty recently filmed the video that just has me lip swatching all of those. So it feels like it would be a little bit redundant to do it here. And I'll link that video in the description box and in the cards. This is my favorite red orange. I also really love Lisa Eldridge Velvet Dragon, which is much more pigmented, full coverage. It's like the total complete mega lipstick. I'll put that on next. I want to count and see how many I've done so far. 31. It would be great if I could get to 50, because then I could be like swatching 50 lipsticks in one video or something. But that's 19 more. Actually, that's about how many I have here. So that would mean making it through all of them. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to, but maybe we can get to like 45. Let's keep going, my friends. Okay, Lisa Eldridge Velvet Dragon. Famously, my perfect red lipstick, the best red of all time. Or so I said when I first got it. That was true when I first got it. It might have been unseated a little bit though by Merit Cabo, because the thing about this is it's so pigmented. It's so rich, like a thick, dark paint, absolutely saturating the surface of the lips. It has that going for it, but then also I had to go in with a lip brush to get the edges, and then I kind of made a mess and I had to go in with a Q-tip. It took the longest to apply this of everything that I've applied so far. So it's super saturated, super intense, super pigmented. That's amazing. And then that is also the drawback because you then have to work with that. Compared to something like Merit Cabo, which gives a very similar look, but it's just effortless to use. This is just unavoidably though higher voltage. The lip line, the punch of color, it's really, really statement. Very statement, very fashion. I definitely want to keep this, if only for old time's sake, but I am more likely probably to reach for Cabo. All right, I need some soothing things to kind of bring me back from the experience of applying and removing those lipsticks. Auric Plush Ritual in Bare, a favorite, as you can see. Nothing is as kind to the lips as this product. Nothing is as soothing. It's like a lip mask for day. It's very beautiful. Here with this application, it's probably a little bit tainted by the red of the two lipsticks that came before, but you can get a sense of the slight pink fog that it puts over your lips. You know, it really is beautiful enough. It has enough of that je ne sais quoi to like wear to work or wear to school, wear with makeup and have it hold its own. But this shade in Plush Ritual Bare isn't as much about the color as it is just about its power as a treatment product. This is definitely top 10 for me. And so is Auric Haze, which I wear all the time, honestly, like as a lipstick, like as a lip gloss, because I love the color so much. I love the balance of tones and undertones. I don't know exactly what it is. It's just not too pink, not too red, but it's rich enough to be statement, not too pigmented. It's just perfect. I always love the way that it looks. And then when I wear it for its looks, it has the added benefit of being incredibly nourishing and kind to the lips. I love these Plush Rituals. I wish they came in the squeezy tube like this. It might not be possible. This is a Plush Ritual Recovery Balm, which I'm not going to put on because I'm not going to apply anything that's totally clear, especially given how long the video is ending up taking. But I like this delivery mechanism, and I don't know, maybe the Plush Ritual is too thick and needs to be in a pot. I prefer a squeezy tube like this, but the ones with tint in them, especially Haze, are my absolute favorites. This happens to be a top 10 product as well. I'm just not going to apply it. Okay, this is the Saltaire Lip Oil Balm in the shade Dragon Fruit. I'm so glad I'm doing this because when I first got this, well, I still think it's too pink. I got this because I was buying the Saltaire deodorant on Simbri's recommendation. It turned out to be great. I do think that ingredients-wise, the Saltaire deodorant is a dupe for the Necessaire deodorant. The scent is a little bit more like Bath & Body Works than the Necessaire scents, but it works the way that I need it to work, and that is what matters the most. I threw this in to the order because a lot of people like this product. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about, and I picked the wrong color. This color, Dragon Fruit, it looked a lot more neutral, a lot more of like a pale grayish nude on the website than it does in person. In person, it's just very pink. It looks very pink on me. It doesn't look bad, especially not with this pretty simple makeup look where it's like the only color on my face and it ends up looking kind of pearly and washed out. I actually think that this look is nice and it kind of ties the look together well. But I usually am not wearing a pink like this. I think I would really like this product if it was in a different color. It's not top 10. It is nice and nourishing. It does feel like an oil balm that has body. The scent is a pretty strong, like tropical fruit sort of coconutty vibe, I think. A little hard to tell. The way it looks and feels though, very good. This is my other REFY gloss. This is the shade Taupe. I love that they call it taupe. I love the idea of a taupe gloss, but to me this isn't really taupe. It's more of a warm, light nude, and I like the sepia one a lot better. So I love this formula, but the sepia one is top 10 vibes and this one is not. Chantecaille Pink Opal. This is a lip crystal from Chantecaille. I think it was part of a limited edition holiday collection maybe 2 years ago. I still love it. I still love it. I just like the caliber of the shimmer. It's very glimmery and it's that kind of champagne-y gold. It's clear enough that I'm able to overline with a little bit without it looking too crazy, which you would think with something with glitters in it you wouldn't be able to do, but it works. Something about the medium, the pigment of the medium that the glitters are in washes out my lips a little bit, and I love that. It's also a nice nourishing formula. It just just really like it. It's a bit statement in person. It's like those sort of 90s frosty lips. I don't think that I would consider it like an everyday, but trying it on again is reminding me, it's almost like a wet look glitter lips. And I wonder what it would be like as a highlight. Yeah, it's kind of giving as a cheek product. I'm keeping it as a definite keep in the lipsticks. And I don't know, looking at it in my lipstick drawer, I thought, oh, I'm probably never going to wear that again. But trying it on now, I think I probably am. And actually, y'all, my camera battery, or the monitor, it's actually the monitor battery is dying. I'm just going to let that be my guide. I'm going to let fate be my guide. I'm just going to call it. I didn't try on every single lip product that I own, but I did try on most of them. Really the brunt. I mean, there are just sort of a handful of scraps left. And it's things like the Gucci gloss, which I know that I like and I'm definitely going to keep, but it's very plumping and really changes the color of my lips by bringing blood to the surface. So it just, a lot of the things that are left like would be tough to incorporate in this video. So I feel like I did what I set out to do, got back in touch with a lot of products. I might just declutter the entire box. I will let you know in a pinned comment what I decided to do, but I might just declutter the entire box of not top 10s. A lot of them though I love. I love a lot of the things that I own, and it's nice to just have a little playtime, try them on, and get back in touch with some of the ones that I've forgotten about and haven't been using as much lately. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well and sleeping soundly. I really appreciate you for being here. And don't forget to take extra good care of yourself so that you will be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.